way back in 1978, the government had a futures a group of futurists write about what's going to happen with the new technology when we live longer. And I was hired to write the study of what's going to happen to Social Security and the government budget now when we live longer. Well, they found there's a problem that people are not dying fast enough. You give them Social Security, and originally it was to end at 65 or so. Well, if you've had a really hard working class wage earning life, you're exhausted by the age of 65. And if you lived to 75 back in those days, that was pretty good. But the problem is, what are you going to have to do if people don't die right after they leave the labor force? What's going to, if they live another 10 years, 20? And what if you live up to what we calculated was the natural lifetime, 120 years, maybe 125 years at most in theory, but 120 years we took. Well, there's going to be a huge increase in Social Security payments and probably also medical costs in order to keep them healthy while they get older. Well, immediately the banking class said, how do we get these people to die earlier? We can't afford, if we pay the retirees, that money's not going to go to us for profits. We cannot have a medicine that is going to cure diseases to enable these people to keep on living and taking our money, that we should be getting. And essentially, you have, this is what is so awful about American health policy. For instance, the largest killer of men is heart disease. The second largest is prostate cancer. Men in America are told, the official agency is, you stop testing people at 70 for prostate cancer. Well, that's just when it's beginning to develop. So you don't want to test men who are going to get or over 70 who might have prostate cancer. You're going to let this be the second major killer in America. Well, I was talking to a Brazilian about this a few weeks ago, and he said in Brazil, everyone over 50 has to, by law, has to be tested for the PSA, to see whether you have any prostate cancer. That's how you can see the COVID. They've cut the budget, has, especially the cuts by Elon Musk, have cut back all of the testing for wastewater, for COVID, for all sorts of diseases. You've seen the COVID epidemic worse in America than anywhere else. You have American living standards, other living standards of the rest of the world are going up. Americans are going down. That is because essentially the financial class, the 1%, says, we paid our wage earners enough when they're alive. Let them live 5 or 10 years, but if they live more, they're taking our money. And that's the spirit behind the Republican budget today. And so they're raising the taxes on the bottom 50% and cutting them drastically for the financial classes to make more money. In other words, they're following the direction of their campaign donors. Politics has been up for sale ever since the Citizens United ruling by the Supreme Court, and the financial and real estate and insurance sectors, the fire sector, finance, insurance, and industry, have got what they paid for in the Republican bill, which basically the Democrats would have promoted. I think it's almost identical bill if they would have been elected. It says the same spirit of Barack Obama was pushing for. He wanted to essentially to privatize Social Security, and certainly he privatized medical care into the ripoff situation you have with Obamacare today, which is so incredibly more expensive than any other medical, public health system throughout the rest of the world, and is the least effective medically, with the highest drug prices. I mean, uh, I don't know how to describe the budget as a travesty. Probably everything that all the words that Musk says, saying it's a disaster, are correct. But of course, he helped make a disaster by all of his doggy cuts.